Thanks, David, for that demonstration of the new live capabilities. I can already see a lot of questions coming on through the chat on that subject, which we'll address a little bit later in the Q&A. So on to the last area, which is medial learning. And this has been a mainstay of the product for a long time now with our Blackboard building block, our Moodle plugin, our Canvas integration as well. Now what I'm going to do in this section is I am going to do a brief run through of our Moodle plugin for those people that aren't aware of it. The capabilities are very, very similar to the Blackboard and the Canvas integrations, but I'd just like to highlight the things that our integrations do, just for the people that are on the call today that either haven't integrated our product with their LMS system yet or are looking to do that. And then I'm going to move on after that very, very quick run through to talk about our new product, which is called MEDIALecture, which is a screen capture software which works with Medial. So as I said, we have these integrations with Blackboard and Moodle and Canvas, and essentially what these integrations are is they're a way of uploading and adding content to Medial through the text editor within these specific products. So within Blackboard, we're an option off of something called the mashups menu, and within Moodle, we're a button that appears in the rich text editor. We're also a button that appears in the rich text editor in Canvas as well. So briefly to go through this, in Moodle, we have two ways of getting content into Medial. You could do that through an activity like an assignment, for example, or you could do it through the specific Medial activity that exists when you install the Moodle plugin. Once you're adding an assignment, for example, you click on the Medial button, and that allows you to add content to Medial either via uploading a piece of content or recording yourself. And then what you do is, if you want a student to be able to submit a video in response to your assignment, you have to check the option for the video assignment submission type. And that video assignment submission type is something that only appears in the case of you having installed our plugin. So it's unique to us. And then the same is true of Blackboard as well. Once you're into the Medial plugin within Moodle, you have the option to either upload a new item, record your webcam, or choose from an existing item that you may have already uploaded. And once you go through that process, it embeds a fully responsive media player within the text editor within Moodle. When users view that, again, the player is completely responsive, so that if they're viewing it on a different device, like an iPad or an iPhone, for example, the player will respond to those particular devices and will resize. The other thing to say here is that really there's been a huge growth in organisations wanting students to record themselves as videos in response to assignments that are set. So we have this functionality within our product whereby students could either record video or just audio if they wanted to, via the plugin, and there's ways and means of making the plugin only available to users in terms of students to just do that or to add whatever content they like. So moving on to the new product that we will launch alongside v5, it's called MEDIALecture. MEDIALecture is really a recognition of customer demand that we've had to create a content creation tool for all of these LMS systems, and essentially to allow our customers to create their own content. Because what we have had in the past with Medial is a very good mechanism of making content available and protecting it and adding content to an LMS system.
Thank you.
But we haven't necessarily had our own tool to be able to produce content. So MEDIALecture will allow you to record your screen and webcam, your webcam, or purely just your voice. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you a demo of MEDIALecture within the new user interface of version 5 of Medial. So I'm already logged in with my user account, and what I do is I click on this icon here to record my screen. It launches the MEDIALecture application, which then appears in the bottom right hand corner of the screen, just here. I can then decide what I'd like to record. So in this case, to show the full capabilities of the software, I'm going to record my screen, webcam and my voice. I decide the area of the screen that I'd like to record, so I'm actually going to record my full, I'm going to record my full browser window. And I'm actually going to make my webcam slightly smaller, and I'm going to move my webcam as well to the bottom right hand corner of the screen, just here. So at this point I could decide to do pretty much whatever I want, display whatever application I want because I'm on my PC here. I could as well, if I wanted to, decide to add some annotations so I can draw over the screen. So if I click on the draw button, so I've got a variety of different things that I can choose. I'm just going to choose the pen in this example, and I'm going to just draw an arrow for the sake of argument, but you could pretty much do whatever you like there. Once I'm done, I click the cross. I could pause the recording at this point if I wanted to as well, but I'm actually going to finish my recording. Once the recording is finished, it takes me into this screen here where I'm able to edit my video. So I've got lots of capabilities here. I've got the ability to trim the video in terms of top and tailing it, chop, so I could take pieces out of the middle of the video, and I could add titles and credits to my presentation as well. Once I'm happy with my timeline, either the trimming, chopping, or adding titles and credits, I click Done. At this point, I can add my metadata and my description and tags and my email. And in Medial, I can choose the category that I want to upload it into based on my user rights. So I'm going to put it into the astrophysics category. And I could preview it at this point, but I'm simply going to click Upload. The content is now uploaded, and I can either view the piece of content just through this link, or I can close the application. And at this point, the content will go into the content area within Medial, just here, Rob's presentation. And the interesting thing here is there's actually no transcoding to be done, because the transcoding is all done on the fly within the application. So if I click here, the content once uploaded is actually instantly available within Medial. So as a brief recap on the MEDIALecture app, you can record your screen and webcam or voice. Once you've started the recording, you can add annotations or pause, for example. Once you've finished your recording, you can trim, chop, add titles and credits. And then after that, you upload your content into the Medial library with one click into whichever category you'd like to add it into. And that concludes today's webinar on v5.0 of Medial. We'll now move into the question and answer session of the webinar. So if you'd like to pose any questions, you can do that through the GoToWebinar interface, and we're going to take those questions now.